So over here, we can definitely see that the trend is bearish. We are breaking previous lows, coming lower. So when we investigate this latest price action right here, we notice that previously in this big 4-hour swing leg, we did actually not come into the daily sell zone, but we actually tapped into this 4-hour sell zone over here, and then we started to break structure again over at this point. So yes, you could argue that there's liquidity left behind here before we tap into this zone at the extreme of the previous 4-hour swing leg. However, because we do have a strong bearish trend, price does not necessarily has to go into the extreme areas of the sell zones of the swing leg. Once we see multiple breaks of structure, we can then look at this latest swing leg, which is where I asked you guys where you would take shots from. So we can notice that there was this new 4-hour sell zone being held over here, and that's where we will look for our entries. So again, because price has already tapped into the discounted area of the previous 4-hour swing leg and it came down again, breaking structure, now this would be our new leg that we would be trading off. So once price taps into this lower leg and not the one above, because we do have price coming down, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, so this would be the last swing leg, hence why price would not come back here just yet, because we are in a strong bearish trend. So when we hit this area here, we would then drop down to the 15-minute and look for our entry shot so that we can reduce our stop loss sizing. Now that we're on the 15-minute, you can see that price has tapped into it. So if we investigate this leg further, because currently the 15-minute trend is bullish, so we want to wait for some price action confirmations in terms of market structure to shift before we actually take the shot safely. So we can see that price, once it tapped into the zone, we created a minor low over here, which we then broke. So this is indicative that price should actually trade lower. However, I want to see demand zones failing, which we get over here, and then we have two zones at this point in time to be traded off. So if we look at the way price reacted with the zone, this was where momentum kicked in and pushed price to close below this area over here. So I will be watching for sells from this sell zone over here, which is where we come into, tap, and then off we go. So I would manage my trade once price clears these lows, put my stop loss to break even, and then I would look at the bigger picture for targets. So the reason why I chose the 4-hour low is because, and not this 1-hour demand zone, is because if you look and remember the 4-hour structure earlier that I gave you guys, we came from a discounted area on the previous swing leg. Right now, I'm noticing that these two lows are very close together. We are within this entire range that was previously created as well. So I would be looking to target this low because it is structurally weak. It failed to create a new high breaking above the previous swing leg's high. So you can safely target that area, and that's what we see get smashed. So I hope this helps. If you guys want any more information or would like to learn more about the way I use these strategies, just drop me a DM on Instagram.